Okay guys, working on my smiley face whenever we start the videos, but just want to take you to the syllabus and talk to you about grading real quick. If you go to www.ksdr1.net, you're going to click on Blackboard. Blackboard is where we house most of our websites. You're going to skip all the mess and you're going to go to Login. Okay, once you've arrived, if you're in regular ed, you're going to want to go to Kearney Junior High. You're going to want to scroll down on the left-hand side, World History Daniels. Go ahead and click the link. And we should be good to go. We're headed to the syllabus. Enter your username and your password. Don't look at my password. Click on Login, and then you should have a tab that says My Classes. Might be right here in the middle, might be over here to the side. Either way, go to Your Classes. You should be enrolled in World History, Mr. Daniels class. Now, if you have trouble logging in, come shoot me an email, danielc@ksdr1.net, and I'll show you how to go to the website without actually logging in. But for now, what we want to do is make sure that we're logged in. It gives us access to some things that we definitely need. When you get here, now once you're here, we're going to go to the syllabus. It's going to pull it up in Symbaloo. We're going to want to make that big, and that'll take us right to it. Here's my emoji. Got him this summer. Pretty excited about it. I think he actually looks like me. Okay. And what I want to do is I want to talk to you about the grading policy. We've already been over the rules. We'll go to the procedures and expectations. Per the district assigned grading, anything greater than or equal to a 90% is an A. Anything 89% to an 80% is a B, 79 to 70% is a C, and 69 to 60% is a D. Now, there are A minuses, B minuses, C minuses, but the great thing about that is that you can redo anything in my class at any time for full credit. Once you turn it in, I will give you feedback if it's on time. I will give you no feedback if it's not on time. And then you can redo it for full credit, which is, I think, pretty exciting. The point is that you learn the information. Now, this is going to be coded in the PowerSchool just the way that I'm going to ask you for the information in class. If you understand, you are going to be giving me 4s and 5s. If you understand on an assignment, you are going to get a 4 out of 4. If you go way above and beyond, and I think that you could teach this to someone else, you are going to get a 5 out of 4. So that's the extra credit piece. Anything else that is done in class for extra will just be extra out of the goodness of your heart. Now, a 4 tells me that you are proficient. 4. The 3 tells me that you're really close. We just need to have some clarifying questions. A 2 tells me that you are not close, and a 1 tells me that you have a strong lack of understanding. The 0 or fist can be used to wipe slobber off your mouth because you probably have been sleeping. That will be accompanied in the grade book by a yellow M for missing. Anything that is collected that has not been graded yet will be marked with a green check mark. Anything that is late will be marked with a red L for late. So as you can see, it is FIST 2-5. Tell me how you understand. Now on quizzes, quizzes are interesting because you may or may not get a good score on a quiz. The quiz tells us what we need to focus on in the future in this course. It's called a formative assessment. So I'm going to give you a quiz. You're going to do really good on some of the questions. You may not do really well on some of the other questions. If it's just you, you need to fix that problem with the aftermath that we talked about earlier. If it's everybody in the course or a majority of the people in the course, I need to do a better job. So what we're going to do then is we are going to go back through that information in some way, shape, or form, probably in your bell ringer, and then you're going to have another opportunity to prove that on the summative assessment for that unit. If you get an 80% or better on the summative assessment, your bad grade is on the quizzes will be exempted from your grade. You will not be held accountable for showing me that you do not understand something. We'll work at it and try and get better at it. Note, any assignment can be turned in for full credit at any time. The other thing to keep in mind here is that you should not spend more than 15 minutes a day outside of my classroom working on your work. Now, if you're a struggler in this class, that might be 15 minutes of studying every day. If you're not a struggler, you might not spend 15 minutes on anything until right before the test whenever you cram. Remember, you've been expected to study for 15 minutes a day, every day, on your own time somewhere. So if you're cramming, you might want to think about cramming for 45 minutes, maybe even an hour. If you've got a project coming up and you wait till the last minute, you don't work on it a little bit at a time, that's going to result in more time spent in my class. All right? So the rest of the stuff we'll go through at a later date, but that is the grading policy. Hope that everything is going well for you on this Friday and you're enjoying the scavenger hunt.